I just don't think Heat fans listening to ESPN West Palm and theoretically speaking right now could be shocked or should be shocked if LeBron James played another game for the Miami Heat, and I can't believe I'm saying that.
So here's the one caveat I would have for you then, Evan, because obviously when he left, it was not on good terms. It doesn't feel like there was a full reconciliation between the Heat front office, specifically Pat Riley and LeBron James.
Been, though.
So
I think
what's the evidence of it? I'm
curious. Don't know about it.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things. One, so there was a whole thing where the Heat and Clutch, Rich Paul, which is LeBron's business partner or agent. I shouldn't say business partner because I don't think they're technically allowed to be on that, but they are, right? That they kissed and made up because I think that Riley and Rich Paul both realized, cool, we have a falling out still from that, but we're both too big. Pat Riley is too big, and Rich Paul is too big to at this point not find a way to kiss and make up. That's number one. Number two, Spo and LeBron have been around each other with the Olympics.
Yeah,
and I thought the most appreciative LeBron ever was publicly was when Spo's contract extension was reported on. I think it was Woj or Shams at the time. I don't remember who it was. But one of them, I think it was Woj. Woj reported it, and LeBron quote tweeted it and said, well-deserved and some or something like that. Really endorsed Spo. And let's be honest, and this is painful for me to say, the Heat are a little desperate right now. There's no buzz around the franchise, and they've taken the market share. Their market share has definitely gone to the Panthers right now. So what better way of kind of masking what's gone wrong than bringing back LeBron, all while setting themselves up for the future? Now, again, this is going to be tough for me because I'm not a LeBron guy, but I kind of see why it would make sense for them at this point if they have an opportunity to do it and get him on the cheap. And I still think going young is better, but you don't think I've played out in my mind the idea of Bam, LeBron, Tyler, and Dame Lillard after the All-Star break? Of course I have.
Crazy. That would be insane. Now, that would be best-case scenario for the Heat this offseason, especially based on what has already happened. Are you like me and you feel like Giannis not only is never going to demand a trade out of the Milwaukee, but also it seems like this offseason he's definitely coming back?
Yeah, but I never thought otherwise.
Yeah.
You and others thought otherwise.
He keeps on hinting at it. He's flirting with it.
No, he hasn't said a thing. He hasn't done a thing.
Oh.
And there was a report yesterday, and I'm not questioning any kind of reporting or anything like that, but there was a report yesterday that, Giannis and the Bucks are at odds. No, they're not. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. No, they're not. Not even close.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I started to believe it because one of the people that reported it apparently is cousins with Giannis's wife or something like that. But here's my whole
okay, right. So hold on, let's play that out for a second. Oh, sorry, just at the end over here. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just in an Uber. So let's just play that out for a second. So, would it make Giannis look good if he's good? He's gone. Of course not. Yeah. Right. So it's in his best interest and everyone's best interest from a PR perspective to make, I'm shocked, whatever it may be, right? Thank you very much. Have a good day. Sorry. So it's in his best
You just gave him 5 stars. You didn't have to do the pleasantries over the phone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Theo says thank you, too.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Guys, have a side conversation. You want to order some food as well while you're at it?
No, I think, I had to take my car in. I got in a little accident a month or two ago. Somebody hit me.
Yeah.
So, no, we're fine. But I didn't have an opportunity to take my car in because I need my car. So I had to take my car in today, and I got an Uber home. Anyway, so the point that I'm making on this is there's no beef between Giannis and the Bucks.
Right.
There never has been beef between Giannis and the Bucks. And there's no way in the world that you ever make the move that you made yesterday if you think that you're not going to be with Giannis for the long haul. You could never in a million years ever, let me say it again, ever put $20 million of dead cap on your books if you don't know that Giannis is going to be there.
True. Because he is going to be.
What they did yesterday, Theo, what they did yesterday, they being Milwaukee, because it ties back to the Heat. What they did yesterday was bad business, but it's way worse business to lose Giannis. And so they chose the lesser of two evils, and I think made an excellent decision in doing so. Now, as a result, any Heat fan out there, me, you, Zaz, anybody else, JMP, J-Mart, anybody at ESPN West Palm that roots for the Heat, and anybody in Palm Beach County, the Treasure Coast, that roots for the Heat, give up the Giannis dream. It's not happening. It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
I'll switch
Agree?
Yeah, I agree with you. And I'll switch my future hopes on Anthony Edwards and maybe LeBron James this offseason. Anthony Edwards down the line. Still locked in on it.
Let me give you the No, I'm going to give you the name. Because there's a name, and there's a target now. If you want to start dreaming, and you want to play out the dream, and you want to say that LeBron getting traded is unrealistic, and that even if he gets traded, it's not going to be the Heat, I will give you the name. Because this is the one that there's stuff. Would you like the name?
I would love the name. I'm waiting on bated breath.
Well, let's do this windy style where I try to be like Brian Windhorst here.
Yeah.
Who once played point guard for the Miami Heat that some say, not named Tim Hardaway, may be the greatest point guard in the history of the Miami Heat?
Oh, wow. Mario Chalmers is coming back.
No.
Carlos Arroyo.
He wore number 7.
Goran Dragic.
And where is Goran Dragic from?
Slovenia.
And who did he help mentor?
No. Stop
at
it.
A very
Stop
young
it.
Age?
Evan, no, don't do this to me.
And who, at some point over the next year, could you potentially see formally announced as an employee of the great Miami Heat?
Luka Dončić.
Well, Goran would be the employee.
Oh, I thought you were. I'm sorry. I kind of tapped out when you started.
If Luka, I'm not as good as Wendy in this.
Yeah.
And if Luka does not sign long term, just keep an eye on that one. That's the one.
August 2nd, I believe, is the date, right?
So I think August 2nd is the date. Ant-Man makes a ton of sense based on the fact that what do we do as Heat fans? We just, every minute we can, we try to recreate Dwayne Wade or a connection to Dwayne Wade, and Ant-Man plays the way that Wade plays, and every good thing that's ever happened in this organization is tied back to Dwayne Wade in some way, shape, or form. So you are right to dream that. I think that's more unrealistic than Luka would be.
Wow. Yeah, and you know what? To be honest with you, I would have to say at the very least you're probably correct because of the new ownership with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't think A-Rod and them ever make a foolish enough decision to get rid of Anthony Edwards. And because of all of the volatile nature in which Luka Dončić has experienced the NBA over the past year, plus the LeBron James factor of it all that hovers, like Luka might be on the open market next year. And boy, would I be excited about bringing double sevens down to South Florida. That would be a match made in heaven. Let's make it happen. I'm all in.
I think you're right. I think him getting in Heat shape will be interesting.
Well, I mean, he's already – I've seen some photos. He's getting started this offseason. He's changing. He can change.
Hope so.
He could change. Evan Cohen, thank you so much for your time. It was fun talking some NBA offseason. I'm glad you've now got my hopes reignited for the Miami Heat. And looking forward to seeing your next appearance on First Take, man.
Well, it'll be tomorrow at 10 a.m. on ESPN2. I just want to be clear. I'm not saying LeBron and Dame are going to the Heat. I just think if the door is not closed 100%, if it's unlocked, as Wendy said today, why would we as Heat fans not at least entertain the idea that maybe the Heat would be a place he'd be comfortable going to? Because does he really want to add a fourth team to his list right now?
No, of course not. Of course not. I'm gonna be on that Ring doorbell cam like Barkov was with the Stanley Cup, waiting on LeBron. I'll tell you that right now. That's Evan Cohen.
I'm more on the Ring cam like Belichick myself.
Okay. Put a shirt on and get a room. Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. and also from First Take. You can catch him at 10 a.m. Tomorrow morning on ESPN2. Thank you so much for your time. That is my guy. And as we sit in the Evan Cohen studios, he brought the takes today, man. He brought some hot takes, something to think about.